Something similar that I see that happens on the right and the left is what I call magical thinking. And it's where logic is removed, and it usually is around conspiracy theories or like worst case scenarios that people imagine, or the fear mongering. Like Trump just said that he wants to take long-term control of DC police. He can only have them for 30 days under the House rule. So I made a video and I said to get long-term control, he would have to go to Congress. And while it may pass the House, he would have to get 60 votes in the Senate, which means 7 people would have to vote from the Democratic side, which they're not going to. And so when I talked about that and I said, so that's not going to happen, then people hop in the comments and go, well, he's ignoring everything else and look at all this, so he can just do it. How? These things that people claim, like he's just going to turn over a city, how? These happen with mechanisms. And I know that like when you feel scared, like that part of the logic goes out the window, but all these things that people come up with, there has to be a way that it happens, right? Like, I want the military to go do X, Y, Z. Why aren't they doing it? How would they do it? Well, they just do it. It just happens. That's not how things work. There's a system, there's mechanisms in place that allow things to happen and to work. Now, he's ignored some federal judges' orders, but someone said, well, he just ignores the Senate. No, he doesn't. He wouldn't be freaking the fuck out all the time if he just ignored everything and did whatever the fuck he wanted. He wouldn't be talking about gerrymandering and having a new census if he thought he could control the elections. He doesn't have the control that people think he does. He's lost over 90% of his cases in the federal court system. So the right, when you say, well, how's the economy? How are the tariffs going to work? They're just going to work. Well, how's he going to make the economy, like, how's like, it's just going to happen. That's how it happens in religion. Well, how would God make, it just happens. And when I ask people on the left, well, how would that, it just is going to happen. You have to put logic in place. You need to go look it up. What are the systems? What would have to happen to make that work? He can't just wave his wand and go, I just want it. Because even though people follow him, they also have their own self-interest involved. They know there's going to be an after Trump. There's a lot of things involved in this, and it's not just as simple as go, well, he just can do it because he wants to do it, because it's just not true. So I hope that people on the left can start actually thinking things through, or ask questions, or look things up before they just go into the magical thinking of, it's just going to happen. Because a lot of it is not.